All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the video. So today's video is going to be about how do we find trending products. I'm going to go through the top trending products at the moment, July 2024. Not only am I going to go through the top trending products, I'm then going to take you through how well they're performing, how we can crack them open, reverse engineer them, clone their strategy, and basically replicate these brands to make money for you guys. So the aim of the game here is basically as simple as step one, see what's trending in the market. Step two, see who's at the top of the wave in that market. And then step three, what are they doing right? How do we replicate it, clone it, so that step four, you guys can make a ton of cash. That's as simple as what this video is going to be about today. So where do we start? You need to figure out first and foremost what's making the most money. So for me, I do this in a few ways. Some of the ways that I'll do it is just being active on social media. So TikTok, Instagram, kind of look at what influencers are promoting. And then I'll work backwards from what they're promoting, look at the actual websites themselves, what they're doing right. I'll then look at the website traffic and I'll essentially clone what they're doing with a brand in the same market. But if you want to start from scratch, you have to figure out what's trending. So if we look at what's trending, here's a database that I use. This one's called Exploding Topics. So if we jump in here, you can basically see a high-level overview of trends in the market at the moment. So for me personally, my portfolio of e-commerce brands is around 7 or 8. So that's how many I have at the moment. Clients and students that I work with, probably over 100 different brands. So what we're going to do, we're going to focus on actual physical products, because once you've got a physical product, I can show you the strategies that you're going to be able to use to replicate the stores that are making money to make money for yourself. So, one sec. All right. So we're going to look at products in the database. So obviously we're not going to be looking at business or technology because you guys aren't looking to kick off business or tech companies. You want stuff that's kind of straightforward and easy. So health and wellness is an exploding market at the moment. Sleep is huge, exercise is huge. So let's just focus on this one, have a little look at what's happening in the exercise market. So in here, what you can see, this is a 5-year period. These are all the products that have been exploding in growth and popularity over the past 5 years on more or less an exponential basis. So one thing you're going to notice here specifically is that a lot of these products are variations of existing products. So what I mean by that, protein's been around forever. And you can see here, this is a particular variant of protein. Creatine's been around forever. So someone's come up with a different way to consume creatine. There's other products down here that I actually haven't heard of. Red light therapy, I know for a fact that one's been exploding as well. Actually had one client that made $1 million in his first 2 months selling at-home sauna blankets, which he then dovetailed into a red light therapy product as well. So these are real exploding topics that make money. And the benefit of using this platform is that you already know they're on the upward trend. So you're not getting into a market unaware that it's going in the opposite direction. You're actually riding waves. And that's what we talk about in a lot of the content that I put out, is that you need to be looking at things that are trending and that are riding waves. I'm going to give you another example here as well. So if you look here, this is just protein and creatine. It's a different variant of a product that's been around for a very long time anyway. There was one particular brand, this was maybe 5 to 6 years ago. It's called Skinny Me Tea. Now, the founder of that one, she's got her own public profile available. You can look her up. I won't go too much into her background, but she's a very successful entrepreneur. Now, if you have a look at this, over 350,000 successful customers. Think about this again. Here's what we've got. We've got existing products that have been around for a long time. Protein, creatine, and tea. They've all been around for decades. All these people have done is take an existing product, create a variant of that product, and then make that variant cool, put in place a certain set of strategies to make it pop off and make a stack of money. Now, if we reverse engineer the money that Skinny Me Tea has made, 350,000 times, let's figure out what their average price is for the tea. Let's have a look. $65. So we can go into their shop. Let's just have a look at their average price. Okay, so let's just say $65. And it goes all the way up to $200 and $30. So we're going to say $50. All right. So if I've got 350,000 customers, I'm going to do the math on that for you guys real quick, just so you can see how big the market is and how much money you can actually make doing this if you were to launch a similar product. 350,000 times, let's say $50. That's 1.7 million just off that customer database alone. Now, keep in mind, those customers aren't just going to buy once. They're going to be buying multiple times. So what you need to be thinking about is that 1.7 million could be as high as $10 million. You don't really know. So the point is, you've got a product that already existed. They've created a variation of that product. They've made it cool. They've done a few simple things to make it work. Now, if you want proof that this works, I'm going to show you how to do that next. So instead of using this particular brand, we're going to go across to our exploding topics here. We're going to go into the creatine gummies market and see if we can find an actual brand that's doing well in this market. So once you've clicked in here, you can see that upward exponential trend. So that's basically the wave that you're going to ride to replicate and clone that brand for yourself in a market that's already making money. So if we have a look at the trends here, I'm just trying to find out who the top players in this market are. Normally it'll have the top players down here somewhere. Okay, so if you can't find them in the database here, sometimes you can just do a simple SEO search. So let's just do that. Creatine gummies. Okay, cool. So we've got a couple of top stores here. Okay, here's one called Power Up Gummies. Okay, so straight away, we've got a nice website. They've got a pop-up and they've offered me a chance to win $50 worth of creatine. That's exactly what we want because they've captured your attention straight away. They've got nice branding. They've got good products. The products look nice. Simple shop now. They've got key benefits over here. So this is the type of store where you could literally just clone this in 24 hours. This would be a 24-hour clone. And you guys have seen the market, it's red hot at the moment. So we know that for a fact that this is making money. So if we want to check a little bit of their web traffic over here, you just need to copy the domain. Then you take the domain over to SEMrush. We're going to punch it in here. So they've got an upward trend on the traffic. They've only got a few hundred organic visits per month. Keep in mind, they could be getting a lot more from social that actually hasn't been caught in here yet. But again, what you want to do for your proof of concept is, number one, is the market trending up? You look at creatine gummies, yes, it's pumping. Number two, are there well-branded products on page one? Over here, we've looked at Power Up Creatine Gummies. Yes, they have a beautifully branded product page here, which you can look at. It's nicely put together. It's a good brand. You could clone this pretty quickly. And to be honest, I think you could actually do a better job than this. And then number three, is their search volume trending up? Now, keep in mind, it's 2024, so these guys have kind of just hopped onto this wave. As you can see, it's only starting to pop off in 2024. But I'm going to show you something that might get you a little bit more excited, which is what happens when you create a high-performance variant of a product that really pops off. So I can't tell how much money Power Up Gummies would be making because I haven't seen their numbers. But I'm going to go back to this example, which is just basically a tea product, and let's have a look at how they were doing, the point at which they launched, because Skinny Me Tea launched into a wave where skinny products were pumping, right? So skinny shakes were pumping, skinny capsules were pumping. These companies were making stacks of cash. So we want to have a look at them, and we're going to use the same tool if we pop over to SEMrush. Let's see how they were doing during that particular wave. Okay, so they teed this off for probably say 2015, 2016, and you can see they pump. They'll be hitting around 14,000 organic visits a month. So you can kind of reverse engineer the numbers. Organic is a very high conversion rate, but if you're looking at 14,000 people per month, let's just say they're getting even 10% on that. That's 1,400 customers a month times, let's just say $60 per product. So when they launched, they would have been doing like a minimum $84,000 a month. Now, that number is going to be a lot higher because you can look at where they've disclosed publicly that in total, they've serviced over 350,000 customers. Now, they basically rode that wave. So, right, say they're making 84,000 a month. I'm going to calculate some more numbers just on this tea brand so you can see what the numbers look like. 84,000 a month times 12, that's $1 million. So if you got in on that wave and you rode it, you'd be making about $1 million a year. Now, that number would be much higher because what happens is that 84,000 a month is made up of a few thousand customers. Those customers get emails month 2. So they get share to earn rewards, they get bonuses, they get new product launches. So the more that grows, it's always going to scale by default. And it's very simple to be able to do that. What would happen is this website here would have a whole bunch of email software behind it. And that email software is going to basically automate the way in which these products get sold to the consumers. Now, this wave is not around anymore. And I can tell you why. Because if you see they kind of peaked here and it's dropped off, why has the wave dropped off? The reason it's dropped off is because there's a new trending product, which is a weight loss drug. That weight loss drug is called brand name Ozempic. The shelf name is called semaglutide. Basically, that weight loss drug has made the company who made it one of the highest market cap companies in Europe. I think they're worth over $1 trillion now. So the point is, what you would be doing is, if you started this brand here, you'd pump money, make cash. It'd dovetail off a little bit, and you would have made a few $1 million by that point. And then after that, it's going to go into kind of cruise control. And then it becomes, what's the next wave? So the next place people are making money is on weight loss drugs. So if you are a founder of this brand, you would still have the brand, you'd still be making money. But in the same way that I have 7 to 10 brands myself, every time a brand starts to level out, you just launch a new one. It's as simple as that. So basically, that's a high-level overview of how to find products in markets that are trending, and then how to find the websites of those products, crack them open, look at their numbers, see if they're doing well. What I'm going to go through in the next few videos is how you can also essentially steal elements from those websites, implement them onto your own. You don't need to know anything about web development to be able to do this. You can do it with a web developer who costs $20 an hour. You could probably get it done for a few $100. So I'll go through that in a little more detail after this. But that's the high-level overview of how you can find trending products, crack them open, take a look at how they're doing, clone them very quickly, ride the wave, make a bunch of money, get out, and then look for the next wave, and then ride that one. So that's the video for today, and I've got another good one coming up soon. Talk to you guys soon.